guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
My favorite symbol is the tree of life. Everything. You're gonna love it. Oh, hi. Hi, you two. Can you guys hear me? I always worry whether or not you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Incognito? Tracey Brown Live. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Let me know the dealio. Hi, Firefly. Can you hear me? Lucille, yes, you can hear me. Stephanie, hi, where have you been? I know you've been celebrating your birthday, girl. I already know it. Happy birthday. So I just want to bring my crystals close to me because I love my babies. This is not mine. This belongs to my son, but I am charging it for him. Look how pretty that is. I've been trying to tell y'all forever how pretty this stone is. And this is mine, but of course, I'm Big Mama, so I get the bigger stone, son. Look how pretty that is. My son and his wife get this one, but they do have some beautiful stones already. This is just something they need added to their repertoire of stones. But this one, this is Big Mama stone. And don't call me Big Mama, people. I will be upset. My name is Dory. I'm not your Big Mama. I'm your ditzy grandmother. I'm Dory. Dory. Oh, my granddaughter pronounces it with this hard D. Dory. I can't even do it like she does it. This hard D. How is everyone doing today? Let me get my glasses on like I can see anything anybody says. Stephanie, turning 40. How you feeling? Begets December. Vanderpool, where have you been? Oh my goodness, you disappeared. Hi, Juanita. Hi, Chosen One. Hi, guys, over here. Miss Page, Bailey Page, Notorious. 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 All right. Well, Angela, why didn't you go? I know folks that are there right now. I think that's where they are. Why didn't you go? I know people that I got my peoples out there, right? Well, they're not my peoples. It's what they do. I think that's where. Let me see something. Give me a second. My nose is itching. Ah. Worst thing in the world is have your nose itch. Oh, here it is. All right. What main page? What are you talking about, Angela? I'll find out for you where someone I know is. Okay. Hi, the French period. Hello, everyone. Aw, hi, everyone. Oh, wait. So it's the weekend. Is everyone happy about the weekend? My nose is itching. Hate that. Oh, I know why. I got the air blowing on me. This is terrible. I have the air blowing on me. This is not cool. Because when I start these readings, I get all hot and bothered. And so, but my nose is bothering me, so I have to take care of it. Hold on, guys. Oh, I will never survive. Woo. You know when you suffer from allergies, it is not cool. Oh. Oh. I have the air on me because after a certain hour, and I'm on the second floor, that's why I had to come on like 1 o'clock is pretty good. I had to come on at a decent hour because after a certain hour, oh, the heat, and it's not even hot yet. So just have to organize my time better in the morning to get my work done, to then get any extra readings done. How's everyone doing? I don't even know. Okay. You know, I think it might have been like a COVID thing. Like maybe they announced it and then they canceled it, but they really didn't cancel it. Maybe it's something like that. That way a whole mass of people didn't show up. I'm thinking. All right. What is around your real estate market? What is around your real estate market? Yes. Yes. This is Moldavite. Do you know about Moldavite? This is Moldavite. Wrapped in, I think it's wrapped in a very, very thin copper. Very, very thin. You can barely see it. But it's Moldavite. Why? What do you know about Moldavite? And are you afraid of Moldavite? Most people are afraid of Moldavite. My brother is in real estate in LA. Oh, what about the real estate market? Well, I'm going to check it. African shea butter. Yay, Tracey. Oh, you just came on. I took a break and I said I'll start in September. The market is crazy. To look for a house? What state are you in? People keep telling me Moldavite is powerful. I feel nothing. Nothing, people. I don't get I keep this by my bedside. I put it on only recently because I had my cross on, and then the chain to the cross broke. And so I was walking around without anything on. And I hate coming on, live without something around my neck. I'm a full body woman, so I just need something. This just, I ignore my jewelry. And this just like, here, take me. It just popped out somewhere. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take you. So, yes, south of Florida is the seller's market. Yeah, you guys keep talking the language of the media. Stop talking the language of the media. Stop. Stop. The media lies to you all the time. Stop talking the language of the media. And if the media is talking to you, think opposite. The media is talking to you, there's a trick out there. Think opposite. So if it's a seller's market, don't buy. Because it'll be bidding wars. If it's a seller's market, pull back your energy. Because if everyone did what I tell you to do, which is don't buy, it would no longer be a seller's market and sellers would be begging you to buy. But you all listen to the media. It's a seller's market. The rates are low. I must have a house. I must get my house. Let me tell you something. In this climate, in this racist climate, your houses will probably burn down. We are in a whole racist climate. You know the movie Legend? Good luck. You want a house that bad because WD said get a house? This is not the time to do the American dream. Think, I can't stress this enough. I think something's wrong, people. We're in the middle of a COVID. How in the hell can it be a seller's market? And it is. How in the hell can it be a seller's market in the middle of a pandemic? Think something's wrong. You're being tricked. Now, I'm not interested in buying a home. So for me, it's way different. I'm not interested in buying a home. I've never been interested in owning a home. You know why? I'll tell you why. What is that? I don't know what that is, but I know I need it. What the hell is that? That looked like some Galactus stuff. Tracy, there's tents with people. Oh. Hold on, guys. What is that? I need it, which I don't. I always say I need stones, but I don't. What is that? I need it, and are you? Oh, and okay. So with preach tree, do you understand? Does anybody? You know what? Snap out of it. Snap out of it. Snap out of it. Oh, guys and girls, listen to Tracey Brown live. This is such a good example. Angela, that is the best example ever. The U.S. Food Administration used the media to promote margarine. Listen to me. This is a very good example. Only to find out later it clogs your arteries after your mother raised you on that disgusting stuff, right? So, you know what I found out about butter? And I'm dead serious. Because the media told us margarine, the crown, whatever that margarine with the crown, it tastes like butter. It doesn't taste like butter. It tastes like shit, all right? Listen to me. I'm on my honeymoon. And you know, you got the little packets of butter, the ignorance of it all. And so I take my bread, I open up the little packet of butter, and I went to put it on my bread. And I'm eating it and have never tasted anything like this. In my life, no one ever told me what this thing was. So I'm sitting there, right? And it's just me and my husband on a honeymoon, but we're at a table full of other people, right? And mostly white, right? Back in the day, a lot of blacks didn't go on cruises. Now everybody goes on cruises, but it wasn't like that. Remember my age, people. Like, I'm grown. Okay. So back in the day, it wasn't that common to have a plethora of black people in a cruise. So I'm sitting at a table. By the way, they were all old. They were all like 90. It was terrible back in the day, right? It was so bad back in the day that my dad gave me the honeymoon as a gift. I swear to God, I was like, my dad hates me. How dare he put me on a cruise with all these old people? Okay, I'm over myself, right? And my dad. I forgive you, Dad. The cruise was the best gift he could have ever given me. Listen to me. So I'm eating the butter and the bread, and I've never tasted. I've never. So, of course, my idiot savant husband, he didn't know either, right? Born in the same, dynamics, and he was worse. He was born in Harlem, so him and his family stood on the government cheese line, right? At least I didn't have to stand on government cheese line. Him and his family did, right? So I already know he's not the one to figure out what I'm eating. So I'm embarrassed, right? And I've got this piece of bread, and I'm looking at the old people at the table, and I'm like, what's that? And they go, butter. I love this butter. This butter is amazing. The whole basket, I ate it because of the butter. I never tasted butter in my life. I didn't leave no butter for the old people at the table. None. No, they had no butter. They had to ask for more butter. First time in my life. After that, I never brought margarine. After that, I said to myself, I deserve to feed myself well. I knew from that point on. I didn't know that the government was trying to kill us. That's not what I'm saying. I knew from that point on something was wrong. And how dare people feed us crap? Crap. Really? They created the Got Milk campaign because they had a surplus of milk? That is hilarious. Same with smoking, media and smoking. Yeah. I can't believe it's not butter. It's one molecule away from being plastic. I did hear that. I absolutely heard that. By the time y'all discovered margarine wasn't good, because margarine is still on the market, right? I didn't care. I did not eat butter. To this day, no butter. Right now, I got Land O'Lakes butter in my house. Butter is creamy. It's yummy. It's so good. Oh, my God. Do you know, you guys know, people that bake, real bakers, if you use margarine in a cake and you use butter in the cake, it's two different products. Two different products. What? Never use margarine again for the rest of your life. Butter is not that more expensive. And by the way, learn to just use less butter. You know what I do when I make eggs? I put a slither. I got to show you guys how I cook sometimes. Hold on. I put a slither. I got to show you guys. And I can rub the whole pan with a slither of butter to make my eggs. Eggs over easy. Okay, so Angela Williams at Tiffany Tuition is near the Tucson Gem Market. She said she's near there. I don't know what that means. She goes, so there's tents with people that sell gems as well near the Tucson Gem Market. I don't know if she's there or she's near the Tucson, but somewhere in that vicinity. Margarine is banned from my home. Been that way since 2016. Thank you. Raise your children on better foods. By the way, can I tell you one more thing? Get rid of white salt. It's so bad for you. Use sea salt or use Himalayan salt. Trust me. Himalayan salt and sea salt is thicker. Try to get the fine grade and you still use less salt. So much healthier for you. I have to learn all these things the hard way because I have food allergies. You know? Yes, I came to the doctor and I said I have inflammation in my knees. Right. Early stage of arthritis. Yeah, they always say that. it was surprised because I'm developing in my early 20s. So my mom is putting me on turmeric. Yes, turmeric for inflammation of your knees, which is a little different. If you have inflammation of your knees, you probably have inflammation throughout your body, right? So get some dandelion tea, right? And get fresh parsley. Dandelion tea and fresh dandelion tea they sell now. Get some fresh parsley and learn to drink tea. You don't have to drink it every day, but this will definitely keep the any water buildup and inflammation. You can add turmeric to your tea, or you can add turmeric to your coffee. But if you you have to add a dash of pepper. It's very important. The powder is fine, but if you really get the actual root of turmeric, it spoils easily, but get the actual root. It just makes a difference. Or you have parsley tea, then add dandelion tea to your parsley tea, and it's a natural diuretic. All right. Oh, I get it, Angela. Well, at Tiffany Tuition, that is her business. So there you go. She's down there right now. Yeah, you know what? If I remember correctly, my mom said something crazy like that too, that she didn't like butter because that's how she grew up. None of this makes sense though. So you're gonna choose plastic? None of it makes sense. One more thing. I do not do rice anymore because what you guys don't know is that there's plastic in rice. Sorry. I don't eat rice anymore. I don't trust it. Oh, Demita, it's down there right now. Thank you, Peace Brooks. I'm very proud of you, though. It's not that you all had to learn the hard way. It's how the media told us we should take care of our bodies. They said, eat, eat, eat. Also, I don't know, what are we going on? Let's talk about real estate. Also, box foods of any kind will kill you. Of any kind will kill you. So, I'm sorry to say this, peoples, but you do have to cook more, especially if you have children. Cook. Do you know how happy your children are going to be if you're... Listen, you know what I'm making right now? A whole pot of soup. I already made it, and then I ate all the soup because it was so good. And then today I'm making it again, but I just marinate the broth. The broth is my favorite part. You want to make good chicken soup? Can I teach you something? Add fresh basil to the broth. Don't buy the broth. Get some chicken breast, add some water, add your seasonings in. The trick is fresh basil. I teach you. Today I teach you. Tomorrow I show you a video. Yes, Firefly. What? There's plastic in pre-shredded cheese? Don't even tell me that. Is that true for tumuluk? Because I love tumuluk. Gia. Yes, so box food will put you in a box. Yes, yes. Himalayan salt is the best. I only use Himalayan. Can I tell you guys something? Okay. So, remember when I told you guys to use that pot when the COVID came and I said, put in sea salt, and I showed you guys. I already had Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt, citrus peel. You could add Vicks Vapor Rub, eucalyptus oil, rosemary, but the Himalayan salt was the key, to be honest with you. The citrus peel and the onion, right? Onion's very healthy when you have a cold. By the way, For those of you that even if you have the COVID, slice the onion in half and put it on your nightstand. It absorbs the cold. But in any case, remember I told you and I said boil it, place it in a bowl, cover your head, and breathe it for 15 minutes, right? It's very important. The Himalayan salt, it's a key ingredient to healing. It's a key ingredient to your body. Okay, so turmeric is real. All right, that's all I have is turmeric. My point to you is, what's my point? I have no point. The real estate market. Can we get to the real estate market? Everyone that wants to talk food, y'all must be hungry today. Y'all hungry? All right, listen to me. I'm going to go out after this, go get my lunch. I'm going to have salad and catfish. All right. I DM'd you. I want a reading. I have openings, so let's take a look. DM to me. No, she did sue. You can't get your money back unless you sue. She did sue. I don't know what is this. She has to sue. Listen, it's human resource law. Where did you DM me, sweetie? Where did you DM me, Notorious? I don't see it here. Did you DM me on oh, I might see it here. Here it is. There you go. Oh no, I don't advise. I never advise how you should spend your money. It's not my job. You choose and you be okay with what you choose. Your money, the only thing you want from me is that I take care of your time. It's the only thing you want from me. I have Manuka honey. I have Manuka honey. It's expensive, but I got my Manuka honey. I put my Manuka honey in golden milk. No, Alexi, I'm eating because I have a spiritual body, right? I have a spiritual body. And because I didn't know I had a spiritual body. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, I knew I was spiritual. I didn't know I had a spiritual body. I knew that the only thing I did know about having a spiritual body is that I couldn't have a lot of sexual partners. That much I knew. Do you understand? Because my body is that spiritual, right? That doesn't make sense, but it does. So you don't understand when you have that type of body. What I didn't know is that what I eat and put inside of this spiritual body has caused me all kinds of issues. So because my body is spiritual, I've had to learn to not listen to mass media. And it's been hell. Because if I see a hamburger, I want a hamburger. But Impossible Burgers are really good. I love me some Impossible Burgers. It tastes like a real burger. Are we good? Because what's already in your system? Whatever's in your system, you can take out. Oh, yeah. Good point, Red. Why are we on food? You guys are... Somebody eat. Would you guys go eat? The teddy bear, thank you for mentioning that, in the dollar store or at your local market is not honey. Take time out to buy the real stuff. It is not honey. Yeah, when I had a car, I could buy real honey, but Sprouts and all of them, they got all the real stuff. Manuka's the best. Thank you. Finally, we get to talk about homes. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about the real estate. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Real estate belongs to you, God. It's your love. It's your beloved. Please authorize all of us to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. 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 So I get a sadness, I get an ending, and I get a new beginning. Why I'm getting sadness, I don't know. But I'm getting a sadness, I'm getting an ending, meaning this wealthy seller's market has to end, and I'm getting a new beginning. But why am I getting sadness and then an ending? I can see the ending, and I definitely see the new beginning, but why sadness? Clearing away obstacles, protection, guidance. You know, those of you that are dealing with real estate, make sure that the person, this makes sense now, make sure that the person that is helping you with real estate cares about you. You know, one of my clients called me about buying a house, but he wasn't really asking me about the house, but he kind of was. And he was already in contract. And when I looked, I was like, I don't trust the real estate agents. I don't trust. I stuck to her. I said, I don't trust her. But he was already in contract. But he called me back later to say that I was completely right, that the real estate agent could not be trusted. And he was completely able to back out of the deal. Know who is selling you these homes. There's something wrong with a lot of these homes. They're overpriced. They're either in cahoots with the appraisers or something. Like, it's a whole game out there. Like, I don't know. Can you pay the appraiser to lie? Has anybody ever heard of that? Because there's something wrong out there. Winter's End, regeneration, rebirth, positive outcome. Winter's End. Winter's End means the end of this winter. That kind of makes sense because something just changed the end of this winter because the mortgage rates went back up by the end of this winter. Did you guys know that? The mortgage rates aren't 0.0. The refinance rates aren't 1.9. They changed. Let me see something. I want to stop this fan. If I stop it, then I'll get hot. I'm going to check the mortgage rates in California because it is terrible. Does anybody know the mortgage rates? Because they're not trying to tell me. Just shopping. AmeriSave. Why is it so hard to look up the mortgage rates? See, that's why I don't trust these people. 2.19. Remember, it was 0.0. Now it's 2. So they are going up. All right. There's going to be a rebirth of the market, and it will wind up being positive in the long haul, I think. I get heart chakra, I get material and spiritual prosperity, right? This looks like somebody's home. Nope, there's some trickery here. There's still some trickery here. I get the Knight of Wands, the King of Swords, the Page of Cups, the three. Oh, okay, Notorious. Aww. Text that number, sweetie. Text the number. The Three of Swords, the Page of Cups. The market will absolutely crash. It will crash, and it will crash. You will see the decline in wanting to purchase these homes anywhere between summertime and the end of winter of next year. Also, I'm getting that mortgage companies are giving away loans. Like, it's not that hard to buy a house right now. They're just, oh, you want a home? Oh, here's a rate, 2.9. Here, everybody, you get a home. You get a home. You get a home. They're giving away homes. I think most people that are trying to buy a home are going to be happy with their choices. They really are. Yep. I don't see any problems with, if you want to buy a home right now, I'm not advising it, but if you want to buy a home right now, I think you'll be okay. The market absolutely will crash because it kind of just has to. It's the wave of the market, regardless. But I feel like it's gonna crash because of something. It's not just gonna crash, right? So everywhere in the 50 states, it's not that everyone will have a problem with the market. I think the market is definitely gonna crash in big places. So it will crash in New York, it will crash in LA, it has to crash in Chicago as well. I think big cities are gonna have real estate issues. And I'll tell you why. I think New York is a deserted island. I think that people are exodus of California. I think the Chicago proper, not Illinois, but Chicago proper has too much gun violence. And I think those areas that people used to love, I'm headed to New York. I think by the grace of the COVID, remember, COVID has a huge effect on all of us. By the grace of the COVID, what I see here is that those places that used to be loved, California, New York, Chicago proper, I don't know how many people actually love Chicago. I know Chicagoans love Chicago. I'm not sure if people are dying to get to I gotta get to Chicago to live. I don't know if that's really the case or has been the case for a while, but I know Chicago loves Chicago. I think that there are major real estate issues in the big cities. I think that there are major employment issues in the big city. I think the real estate market, not just homes, but I swear to God, high rises and condos, like that market in particular, will absolutely bust. I think that there's a huge overhaul of buildings that belong to companies. I think they don't want to come back and pay the rent I don't think they want to come back and have 3 floors. I don't think they want to. I mean, this is catastrophic. It's going to be so bad, especially for the New York area, especially for businesses. They're just getting to the point where they all believe they can work from home. That's the smallest of employee to the executives. We're really not just the COVID, but we're all going to be working remotely. There are certain aspects that you kind of want to see someone in person, like DMV, but even DMV is taking most of its services and putting it online. No, the market will crash, particularly in beloved areas. New York has always been a beloved area. California has always been a beloved area. What's another beloved area? I'm thinking of those two cities which are opposite. They crash. But if New York crashes and California crashes, just imagine what will happen as a ripple effect going down the line. Give me some tourist cities and I'll let you know. I can't think off the top of my head. We'll check the universities. I'm telling you, the university falls under real estate. I'm telling you, the COVID is not going to end till 2023. You all are getting a reprieve. But look at Michigan. Use Michigan as an example that the COVID is not over. You gotta trust me on this. Houston's not a Florida, Miami will suffer. Vegas is different, right? Vegas are hotels, and surrounding Vegas is real estate. But if the hotels don't get back the masses, their numbers of people, they can't build the homes anymore. By the way, there's going to be a builders issue. There's not going to be any wood to build or something. Oh my God. Facebook ended. There's not going to be any I'm going to just bring them back on. There's not going to be, contractors are going to be in trouble. Contractors are going to be in trouble because there's not going to be any materials. I don't know why, but there's not going to be any materials to build. And that's going to be a real estate issues, right? Do you understand that? San Francisco is going to be part of the problem. They're going to have issues with restaurants. They will definitely have issues with restaurants, without a doubt. And there are a lot of there's a lot of businesses in San Francisco. So the other thing that I'm getting is that foreign companies may get out of the American market now, right? I don't know what I mean by that, but if there are any foreign companies that they have a branch here in America they're not going to hold on to the branch here in America anymore the way they used to. They won't have office space. Give me a good example of an American company that might be like based really overseas. Oakland is different, but San Francisco and Oakland are the same thing. It's too close in proximity. I haven't. Are people going to move out of San Francisco? What about Georgia and Atlanta? That's a good one. Hold on a second. Georgia and Atlanta, because that's a different landscape, right? Atlanta doesn't necessarily have the bigness that California, New York has, nor does it have a huge real estate billion-dollar market like California has, right? Let me check Georgia. Georgia could feel the effects of everything that's happening, but they might survive. New Orleans, nope. 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 New Orleans depends upon tourists. Nope. Who said something else? I saw Oakland. Oh, are people moving out of San Francisco? As a last resort, San Francisco will not be a mecca of whatever it's a mecca for out there, but it also might take until 2028 to see it happen. All right. So where are we at 2021? It could take 8 years before San Francisco is no longer an artery, a financial artery. I don't know why they sustain themselves for the next 7 years, but they do. They do. That's interesting. Yeah, they do. Why do I feel like foreign companies are in Japan? I mean, not Japan. Why do I feel like foreign companies are in San Francisco? Does anybody know why I'm feeling that? What's the good question, Nisha? I could see San Francisco rebuilding itself, but what I see more, I know this sounds crazy, but go with the crazy psychic. I see where I don't know what's wrong with San Francisco, but I kind of just see where it the landscape, the ambiance, the need to go to San Francisco. I think all of that changes. All right. And Silicon Valley is close to San Francisco. Is that what you're telling me? No, I don't think it's about, oh, they have a large Asian community. But do they have a large foreign presence there? Or are you telling me the tech companies? Did blacks used to live in San Francisco? Dirt's company, they own a lot here in New York City. Where there is water, a thriving mecca, and our water source is dry. I hope they become more diversified like they used to be. I was born and raised in San Francisco. Oh. I think whatever's going on in San Francisco, which I would have to do some research to figure out what spirit is trying to tell me. Whatever's going on in San Francisco, it's a slow decline. It's not the mass exit that just happened in New York City, and nobody's coming back to New York City. No one's going to be like, I need to go back to New York City. No, those that left are not coming back, right? San Francisco, to me, it sounds as if like you're going to say, oh, it used to be so thriving here, but now it's not as busy as it used to be. It's not like Vegas when the COVID hit and everything shut down. Even though they opened Vegas back up, Vegas will never be the same. Vegas will turn out okay, hopefully, when the COVID gets over. All right? So Vegas is suffering right now. All right? Got it. Well, here's the thing. Spirit already showed Texas. That's not the place to move to. Do you see what's happening? Like what you all think is this, not you all, even the companies. Well, we're going to do this and we're going to do here. We're going to move there. The spirit is following all of this. So the survival of anything that for me is corrupt. Because look what happened to Texas. Who would have thunk? The whole state, except for those that had grids in another part of another state. Plus, they have a major homeless issue. I could see that. I could even see the homeless taking over San Francisco. That's a good point. I could really see that. All right. Trying to give you guys South Carolina, Charlotte. Oh, are all the banks headquartered in Charlotte, North Carolina? Well, let me tell you something. Chase Bank paid for all the slaves to get here. Did you know that? Check some original documents. Chase Bank paid for slaves to get here. So I'm not checking the banking industry, but that I'd love to see. Because, I mean, we're going digital, right? What do you think is going to happen to the banks? You listen to Spirit. Jersey. You look like a girl I know in Jersey. Is that you, Fallon? Jersey is one of those states. Jersey survives no matter what. Don't worry about Jersey. Jersey's one of those states. Relax with Jersey. Jersey's fine. Yeah, I know. You know how many black people bank with Chase Bank? Chase Bank funded slaves. Literally. It used to be called Chase Manhattan Bank, but there's another name. I can't remember the name now. I don't think J.C. Penney was involved at the time, but then they paired up with J.C. Penney. Stephanie, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Do your research. Check it out. They funded slaves. You know how many years back Chase goes? Oh, man. I don't like it. I do not have Chase Bank, but I don't think my bank is any better. Okay, let's not get on banks. I'll do a reading on banks. Digital. Remember, everyone, Uranus and Taurus. So, search Uranus and Taurus and banks. Will banks survive under Uranus and Taurus? The answer is no. We're going digital. Did you see the Capital One banks? That's what it's going to look like. If there are going to be banks, but those tall, big structures, nope, nope, nope. Everything's going to be digital. Oh, I asked my daughter, oh, well, think of something. I was like, what do you want for Mother's Day? She's like, I have no idea. I like people that don't take advantage. And it's like, it just didn't dawn on me. I think. I like Capital One as well, Stephanie. And they have this real cool ambiance about new banking. I like them too. Oh, yeah, that's right. Empty palms means money. Money. All right. Are we good? I got to eat. You don't want a loan. Stop trying to get loans, people. You don't want a loan. Most of you still don't know if you're going to have a job. Most of you don't know if you're going to survive the COVID. Yesteryear. This is not 2019 anymore, people. You got to stop thinking it's so 2019. The world changed. So that means your thinking has to change. You have to do something different now. Thank you, Misha. Are you guys good? I hope I helped a little, a little. This is something that may not show up until summertime, but watch. Watch the small hints in media. Listen to media. Oh, the market, dipped just a little in real estate. Boom. Listen. Wake up. Listen. They're telling you something. Sneaky bastards. All right. Final outcome. I'm hungry. Whatever I eat now could wind up being dinner. So I have to be really careful about what I eat because it's kind of late. Unless I just eat and bring a salad home for dinner. And then I can just add meat to the salad. I could do that. I'm inside my head, people. It's where I live. I live inside my head. By the way, my squirrel's back, right? I felt bad because I have this relationship, right? And so I said, I felt guilty. I don't know why. Because remember, I stopped feeding the squirrels, stopped feeding the birds, because they were taking advantage of me, right? I said, no, we are not going to have this, relationship. All right. All right. I'm sorry, guys. Ugh, there's a lot going on. Tracy, what amounts came in wrong? Feed the tree rats. Ah, the damn tree rats. Just build and purchase. All right. Final outcome. Final outcome. Upside down networker. Conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. How did I start out? That's what the media is doing. Network. We've had this before. Network, media. Remember, we've had this before. They're not telling you what you need to know. I'm not going to get upset, but they aren't. They're weird. Network. Although they have the ability to disseminate information and they have the power, they misuse their information for personal gain. Remember, we're talking about the real estate market. Something about the real estate market is 100% false. How is it false, though, people? How is it false? False. Are they finally letting you get a home, and then you get a home, and then the neighborhood changes? Just be careful. Hey, Allie. Just be careful. I can't stress this enough. I cannot. The landscape, it will absolutely change. We are in the middle of the COVID. It's not going to be over till 2023. We're not sure which companies are going to survive, and we're not sure who still gets to keep their jobs. I know Biden is doing a wonderful job, but COVID is stronger than anything. And with that being said, with Uranus and Taurus as the platform, which I think is still going to be here till 2024 or something like that, we still have a few years to see everything. Everything's going to change. I'm just talking about real estate today. So I just want you all to be really mindful that you're buying homes way too priced, way too high. You're putting money into other people's pockets that don't deserve it because you think you want a home. Like, would you really give someone, if something's worth $10, would you really give them $100? That's what you're doing in the market. And then what happens when you have a whole bunch of poor people owning homes, right? And when I say poor, I mean poor in the mind. Owning all of these homes, and then they got you strapped, right? So now you have to stay in that home for 30 years, right? You can't move, right? I've never wanted a home because I always knew I needed the freedom to move. Like, I've never wanted to be stuck somewhere for so long with neighbors I may not even like, you know, in a school system that maybe doesn't work well with my child. Like, that's just me. I know no one has my mentality, and I respect it. I'm flighty. I'm fairy, cuckoo, fairy, gone. But I also feel it's safe not to be stuck somewhere, because being stuck makes you sometimes uneducated. You don't have the freedom to get to know people outside your community a lot. You know, I'm not trying to say be like me. I'm saying buyer beware. Buyer beware. In the COVID climate, at least wait until the pandemic is over before you buy a home. because something is wrong with the market. They're tricking you. That American dream is a piece of shit. Just be mindful of that. Not grow. Slow down. Yes. Yes, I know, Shakira. That's depending upon if you're in a southern community. If you're in California, you're paying $100,000 over plus. A $600,000 home is going for $1 million. Whoa, stop. Especially since the way I see it, the big cities on the two ends is going to be New York and LA to suffer the most. We looked at San Francisco. It's a slow decline, but it will decline. It might take 7 years. Texas is the new big thing. All right, relocate to Texas, but the weather, what y'all got this past winter, it was a test. It was a test. Like, if no one's fixing climate change and y'all saw what happened to Texas, why move there? Do you know what I mean? Like, Texas are like, close the border because it's, it's, but in any case, go to Texas. I'm not stopping anyone. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Go to Texas. Just be mindful that so much has to change. And if it doesn't change, and if we keep having these racial issues, whole suburbs have to burn down. So, remember that movie Legend with Will Smith? Remember that visual? That's going to happen. Especially if people don't conform to these racial issues that are going on. It's going to happen. So you're going to buy a house thinking you're moving on up to the east side, buying a house in a suburb. And if there's a problem with, like happened recently, suburbs are going to burn down. And you're going to be like, I live here. I'm the black person. I live here. But it's going to be the whole neighborhood. Listen, I'm done. I'm not trying to scare everyone. But I am. But I'm not. You have to live too. So I don't know what I'm talking about. But I do. Well, you could be sick of racism, but the thing about racism is that you have to challenge racism. You want to be sick of it? Speak up, challenge, say something, done. That's how you get sick of it. That's how you stop racism. But does it mean that whole neighborhoods could burn down? Yeah, it might mean that. I hear you, sweet diva. Good luck. Good luck. And then the other thing that I saw, just to remind you guys, is that it's not just the media, the network, that's tricking you all. Get a mortgage. Get a mortgage. Whatever the system is. So we have the seller, we have the appraiser. What else? Sometimes we have contractors, right? Shoddy materials are going to be to build these homes now because there's going to be building material issues. I'm warning you. I can only warn you. Wait till the prices drop, which they will. So when did I say it would drop? You're going to see some structural changes. It's changing already because the mortgage rates went up. But you're going to see some structural changes in the summertime, beginning of June, but it's going to be a little twitch. You're going to see a massive change by the end of winter next year. All right. I got to go. I got to talk to my family. And I got to eat. I'm starving. This is now dinner. Oh, no. 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 That's the other thing. Insurance companies aren't paying when you have catastrophic events. We had those fires in California, in Malibu. Insurance companies didn't pay on $1 million homes. I'm telling you, the industry is messed up. Loan officer, inspectors, yeah. Like they're all going to be in the same game to get you to buy the home. The home's fine. And then you think you're going to get in and then you're going to see so many things happening. And then what's going to happen is that you think you can sue the appraiser. You can't. You think you can sue the inspector. You can't. You don't have the money. And they know it. Because you bought a house way over what you were supposed to pay or not buy. Selling homes with mold in it. I'm telling you, it's going to be a mess. A mess. I'm warning you, a mess. If you're apartment dwellers, learn to be happy in your apartment. Learn to take some time. What I'm saying to you all is that it's a pandemic. Don't buy a home in the middle of a pandemic. I don't know about home warranties. Nobody's going to pay out. I'm telling you, it's going to be a bad. But see, Carol, if you're selling your home, you're the lucky one. So sell it. Yes, sell it. Because there are crazy people out there that will bid for your home. You'll have 5 people bidding for your home. Watch. Trying to teach you. All right. I love you all. I thank you all. How long did I stay? An hour and 11 minutes. 1111. I'm going to let this end at 111 because I like 111. I love you. Goodbye. It's not going to end it.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown.